Hello everyone. I'm doing a project today. I'm making a soup. I'm kind of making it up as I go. I've got 3 or 4 different recipes I glanced at, and I'm going to make it my version. I'm going to do a cheeseburger soup, a very high fiber, high protein, skinny version, sort of skinny. So bear with me. I know this is going to be tough because my pot right here has 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef browning. I haven't seasoned it, so I'm going to move you over and I'm going to salt and pepper it, hoping that you can hear me. So I haven't salt and peppered my meat yet because I wanted to wait and do everything with you. This is going to be an invention of, like I said, 3 different recipes that I read, and I like everything in it. I like the vibe of it, and it's freezing cold, and it's a soup day. So now I'm going to turn you back over here, and now this is going to be tough. I'm trying to chop up some celery, my usual components for my soups, and I'm going to make this one. I know it's going to turn out good because I like every single thing I'm putting in it, but you might not like it. Again, typical cheeseburger soup recipes that I'm reading had celery, onions, carrots, like you start most soups. They did shred the carrot. I am going to shred a carrot with this. And then I found this other recipe that was on Skinny Taste is the name of the recipe. They used ground turkey, and if I had that thawed out, I would have done that recipe. So I've seen a lot of cheesy, creamy cauliflower and cabbage recipes out there. So my invention today is going to be, their Skinny Taste soup had, I'm going to get some garlic. The Skinny Taste soup had some cabbage and cauliflower in some of the recipes for the cheeseburger soup. So you guys know that when you have bariatric surgery, maybe you don't know. Hello. When you have bariatric surgery, constipation is an issue. So I try to get as much natural fiber as I can from my veggies. I eat veggies every day. I eat fruit every day. It's a must. I have to. Number 1, I love them. Number 2, they keep me full. Number 3, they make me go to the bathroom. And if I go to the bathroom every day, it's a win for me. So this soup is going to be high protein and very veggie forward. So if you're not a vegetable lover, you know who you are. You might not like this. And I am making it up. I don't have a head of fresh cauliflower, but I have some ideas. And like I said, as long as you put ingredients in, which I should probably tell you what my ingredients are. On this board is a cup of celery, 1 onion, diced, 2 cloves of garlic. They're about to go into that pot. So, I'm going to check my meat. So what I'm going to do different, like I said, is add a lot of vegetables into my cheeseburger soup. I will get you in the food when I'm more set. I can't add that in yet, so I'm going to keep going, because I still got to shred a carrot. It's not brown enough for my liking. So now we're going to come back over here. Hello everyone. This videoing stuff. So I'm going to do a carrot. It's going to have good flavor. At the end, I thought to garnish, I'm coming up with a really good invention. So if you had a cheeseburger, this is where I want to get my glove. So I have this, I want some tips. I know they sell these black gloves out there. This is my barbecue glove. I always grind my fingers. I don't know what's wrong with me. I grind my fingers every time I am freshly grating anything. So this grater is a Rachel Ray grater. Everything goes in the bottom in that cup, so I love it. By the time I'm done grating this carrot and I put these veggies in, I can put the carrot with it. This is an organic carrot. So they say don't peel the organic carrots, that there's a lot of nutrients in the peel. Just wash them, so I washed it. So, celery, carrots, onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a carrot grated are going into salt and peppered, grass-fed ground beef that's being browned. I think this soup is going to cook in very quickly. I'm hoping before the video dies. I'm hoping I push the button before the video. So, what is everybody doing today? Today is Saturday. Our granddaughter turned is turning 13 on Monday. We went to their house last night for pizza, a little tiny small party, and I brought her own personal cake that you guys all saw me make. Today she's in a parade at 5 o'clock, which is dark, and we live on the other side of a lake from her, and I just don't think I want to do the drive the half hour from here. I don't know. I'm kind of over night driving in my life. I'm going to keep this glove out because I'm going to grate this block of cheese after. So I'll show you how this works. There's my carrot. Great invention. Rachel is my girl. Now I think I can put the veggies in. So I'll move you back over to the pot and stir it around. Yes, beef is looking good. It's brown. What I'm going to do with this, add in the celery, onion, carrot, garlic, saute them up a few minutes, but I have an addition that's going in. You'll see. Of course I have an addition. Nothing recipe-wise is ever good enough the way it's written for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I told you, I started doing recipes and watching recipes and looking at them, but I really always change them. I mean, I'm not sure if that's normal. I guess everybody follows recipes to a T but me. I look at recipes as an idea, like, what can I do with this that would make for me? So, I'm going to try to put you in the pot for a minute, hopefully, without dropping the phone in the pot. There's our browned meat and the start of sauteed veggies. Straighten you out. I'm going to still see me. I'm going to do a little more salt. Close up the salt. I don't do much salt, as you know. I think a lot of black pepper. And of course my staple in life, my mother's staple, sprinkled with Lowry seasoned salt. And I'm going to put the lid on it so that that starts to get soft. Because you see that right there? That's cabbage. It's going in. I'm going to put cabbage. Not only am I putting cabbage in, I got more tricks up my sleeve. So now while that's getting those vegetables semi-cooked, I'm going to put my barbecue glove back on so I don't grate my fingers and start grating this block of cheese. So I have some really good ideas for this soup. I don't know, it just sounded like the thing to make. Instead of making it super fattening, I'm going to try to make it super healthy. So this is 8 ounces of cheese going in. I don't, believe it or not, I don't like Velveeta anymore. A lot of the recipes show Velveeta, and I know it's the greatest melting cheese. I used to eat Velveeta grilled cheeses my whole life. The way I talked about the processing the other day that I smell when I smell boxed, this is a workout, boxed cake mixes and frosting, that's how I feel about Velveeta now. It's just, I mean, I loved it. It was like my favorite grilled cheese as a kid. So finally I'm growing up. I'm a grown up. I'll be 62 in very soon, like really soon. So it took me till 62 to not like Velveeta. It took me till 62 to lose this weight. It took me till 62 to get all this knowledge. You guys, knowledge is power. I mean, you guys, some of you know what I'm going through on the side of all this. I'm going through some serious health things that I have to take care of. And holy crow, I'm now grating the glove. The glove is really big. I don't know if it's made for a man. Some health things that I have to take care of, and it's making it where I can't go south. And I already lied to you telling you I can embrace winter. The day you saw me walk, I walked that day outside, and I walked the next day outside. I'm going to check the vegetables. So I'm ready to add some cabbage into it. I want the cabbage to start sauteing with the rest of the vegetables. This cabbage was left over in my fridge from, I don't know what, probably my hamburger vegetable soup. Cabbage stays very long, so I want to put the lid on it and let that soften up with the rest of the vegetables. And then it's gonna be a dump and go thing. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do for my toppings. I think I got a good idea. Again, everybody always asks, what's Dave eating? What's Dave eating? I love these questions. I already made him 2 turkey burgers with sauteed onions, baked beans, and french fries. So Dave is simple. You know, I take care of his stuff, then I make this, and then I'll show you something. So these are quarts. Each one of these are quarts. When I make this cheeseburger soup today, I will have it tonight for my dinner. I'll find my other piece of cheese. And I will freeze some. And it's just what I do. I don't like to eat the same thing for a week. I never have. So if I make a pot of chili, I don't want it for a week. So I'd rather have the chili, have it today, maybe keep one in the fridge, one more for maybe tomorrow or the next day, but freeze 2 or 3 of them that are left. And then in a few weeks, like right now, I'm in a chili mood. I've got my healthy turkey chili right in the freezer in the fridge here. That all I gotta do is pop it out, and I'll show you what I pop. I think I've showed you before. I take the container under cold water or hot water and dump it right in this. Put the lid on it, 5 minutes in the microwave, and my frozen soups are thawed and taste like I just made them. So I am a meal prepper for both Dave's meals and mine, and we've talked about that. I beat it up. I am sauteing into this spinach still. I want it to get a little bit softened, because I don't think this is going to be a long cooking soup. I think it's going to cook fairly quick. So I'll show you what I got here. I got a lot of cheese. That's all going to go in. I'm going to throw this in my sink, and I'm searching for one item I forgot. Okay. So my invention is going to be, should I go through what I already put in there? Again, I have 1 onion, 1 pound of grass-fed, 85% lean beef, and it could be recipes I saw were with turkey, and I'm sure I'd love it with turkey too. Then, to that, I added the 1 onion. That was 2 stalks of celery because they weren't very big. So I guess 1 big stalk or 2 small, diced up. Onion, celery, I'm gonna write it all up. 2 cloves of garlic. If this comes out good, I'll write it all up. If I don't like it, I won't write it. I'm gonna dice up a tomato. I'll tell you why in a minute. Then about 1/4 of a head of cabbage I had shredded. So if you've ever seen cabbage casseroles with cream and cheese, I saw one skinny cheeseburger soup recipe that had, or maybe a cheeseburger soup recipe that had cabbage in it. And I saw another one that had cauliflower in it. And I thought, a little sneak, so what a way to get your veggies in. So I gotta sneak it in. I'm going to sneak it in. I am about ready to dump into this. So let's see how I do. I'm going to see if I can get you into the pot. Just a minute. It's hard, guys. I gotta move you and groove you. And then you have to see my face. And now you can see the food. So it's really it looks like my hamburger soup. So it could, at this point, make it hamburger soup and add everything else I did before. Here's the strange part. I had cauliflower, garlic, and herb rice, steam fresh. I had garlic and herb steam fresh rice. I'm gonna put it in. Why not? I had to use it. It's in the freezer. I did it in the microwave, and it's gonna give it some more veggies, more fiber. In this whole bag is 25 calories, but it's got 4 grams of fiber and 2 grams of protein. So you bet your honkers I'm putting it in. You won't even know that you have cauliflower in this soup. And I believe the cabbage, to me, when it cooks down with the soup, this is my mental capacity. I believe that is going to act as the lettuce, or the lettuce and tomato. This is 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm gonna stir it in and cook it into this. This is gonna be my thickener for this soup. I think it's gonna be so good and so flavorful. You could leave out that flour if you don't want it, but I don't see why you would. I'm not adding, a lot of them had a lot of different cheeses and processed cheese in there. I'm not adding any of that. I'm gonna get a can opener. I'm coming. We'll get the cheese. So the other day I talked about when my kids were young and I didn't have whole milk in the house or buttermilk in the house. I added in evaporated milk. So right now, in my choices in the fridge are almond milk, vanilla flavored almond milk, Fairlife chocolate milk, and Fairlife high protein milk. I probably could have used that, but Dave uses almond milk and I use any of them. But I don't really buy whole milk unless I know for sure I'm having one of the grandkids here. So we're gonna use evaporated milk. Oh, I got one more thing I forgot. I'm looking for it. Oh no, I got it. Okay. So, the recipe's, you guys, I should have been more prepared, I know. I'm gonna put this tomato in. So we got the cabbage as the lettuce. The tomato is going in because I think it'll give it a nice little ping and pang when you bite into a tomato bite. My music went off. Yes, I always have Christmas music on. It is not just for your video. Here goes, guys. This is, I saw, like I said, a bunch of recipes. We're gonna put about 2 cups of this beef broth. And again, I put the flour in to thicken. And I'm gonna keep this to the side in case I have to add more beef broth. I'm gonna put the whole can of evaporated milk. This is gonna be my creamy. I can already tell I might have to add the beef broth. I got more creamy coming. So instead of Velveeta processed cheese, I've got 8 ounces of cheddar, shredded, or yeah, shredded. And I want every last second of it. And then one of the recipes I saw did this to it, and I thought this is going to be good. Glasses fell on my face. They put in sour cream. So I'm gonna add sour cream. Let's do, and I'll measure because I have this out. I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I think that will give it extra creaminess as if I had whole milk in there. Plus it'll give it the flavor from the sour cream. So sour cream, 1/4 cup. And I swear to you, I promised you, and I have been doing really well. I'm gonna write it down. Now, this is gonna have to cook so that, I guess, so the cabbage finishes cooking, but it looks like a pile of nothing. But I think it's gonna be delicious once it's all melded together. This would be a great slow cooker meal. In fact, some of the recipes were for slow cookers. I'm gonna put the beef broth in. I could tell. I just can tell. It's gonna come out thick. You know what? Let's call it a carton of beef broth. And again, if you have homemade beef broth, that'll be even better. Now, I want to move you back over and show you my other invention. I'm just never done. Put my little oven on in the corner. Hang on, guys. We're going for a ride. So, sorry. You remember everything that's in there? If not, I'll write it down. But the lettuce and tomato are going to be mimicked by the cabbage and the actual tomato. This is my David's Killer Bread hamburger bun. I am going to make this into a crouton. And I am going to cut up a scallion for my, or 2 scallions I'll do, for my topping. So in other words, let's do this first. If Lori was prepared, she would have had her mayonnaise out. So you get me where I'm going. Cheeseburger, I got a piece of onion. Cheeseburger with mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions. Into my component, this is gonna act as my butter for my garlic bread, which I didn't even have a teaspoon. But when I put it in the oven, I wanted something to have it toast up. I'm gonna put, just because I'm making this a crouton, a little everything but the bagel seasoning on it. It'll give it extra flavor. And I think I'll put a little garlic powder and make it a garlic crouton. So, the David's Killer Buns are healthy. They got great clean ingredients. Put it in the oven. Let that toast up. When I'm done with the soup, which I'll show you the finished product later, I will garnish with the David's Killer bread. Croutons, I'll dice them up. Some bacon bits. And yes, I have the regular, I was gonna fry up bacon, which was out before. And then I thought, no, I don't want the calories of the bacon, but I'm gonna sprinkle regular bacon bits. In fact, let me see if they're right behind me. They are not. The croutons were. I bought a big giant bag of bacon bits at Sam's Club. So I'm gonna sprinkle some bacon bits, some more shredded cheddar, just a little bit, and I am going to sprinkle some scallions and some croutons onto my cheeseburger highly protein vegetable soup. And later on, because I'm going to let it simmer, I'll let you know what that does. So I'm going to top it with, this is my idea. My croutons are still cooking in the toaster oven. My scallions are here. My bacon bits are here. I've got medium thick cut cheddar. I'll put as much as I'm going to put. That's going to be my bowl. And then I thought, plus the croutons, which are acting as the hamburger bun. And again, the whole bun will not go on one bowl of soup. I'm going to chop some diced pickles. My soup is looking absolutely delicious. It's bubbling. Oh, you can't see it from here. Oh, this camera system. Hi everyone, welcome to my gums. So how far do you want me to go with this? I don't want to keep you all day. It's already 22 minutes. Croutons are not done, so I'm going to show you the finished product hopefully soon. And here we go, guys. Soup's on. I'm going to make it look beautiful. Bear with me. I think I got toppings for about 5 different soups. Some scallions. I'm going to put all that cheese on top. Are you able to see? Probably not. Okay. Scallions, cheese. Oh my gosh, it's delicious, you guys. I just tasted it. Some of the bacon. Some of the pickles. Again, you can put in, take out. I'm going to use a half a bun for my croutons, and they're going to be delicious. What a good idea I came up with this hamburger bun thing. So, it's a little hot because I just took it out of the oven. The soup is delicious, you guys. Vegetables are where it's at. So this is a half of a hamburger bun, cheddar cheese, hamburger, cheeseburger soup with all the components, all the veggies, all the health. I love you guys. I'm sorry it's 24 minutes long, but you can't make this kind of a meal any quicker. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.